Let me conclude by looking at the deterioration in bilateral relations between Australia and China that has seen China impose sanctions on imports of a range of products from Australia. China has become, as we all know, Australia's most important trading partner over the last 30 years. China accounts for almost 40% of Australia's merchandise exports. That's the largest proportion any single country has taken since the mid-1950s, when the largest share of our exports went to the United Kingdom. Of those exports, iron ore and concentrates accounts for about half, or more than half, of Australia's exports to China. China is also the market for almost 20% of our services exports, and of those, over 90% are tourism and international students. When it comes to iron ore, China has no real alternative to Australia. I mean, yes, there's Brazil, but Brazil's a much smaller exporter of iron ore than Australia is. And Brazil, at least for the time being, has some significant constraints on its own ability to increase production. Yes, the Chinese are interested in exploring opportunities in West Africa, and in particular in Guinea, to get alternative sources of iron ore, but they're taking years to eventuate. So they don't have any alternative to iron ore. But almost every other significant Australian export to China has become subject to discriminatory tariffs, customs inspections, quarantine issues, or outright bans. And included in those categories are wheat, wool, copper, sugar, lobsters, timber, wine, and coal. China, without initially spelling out its reasons for these actions, although they were probably well understood by Australian authorities, in November handed out a list of 14 grievances which China claims to have against Australia. And I'll go into those in a moment, but let me say I think at most 3 of them might have some real merit. And in the meantime, as I say, a whole range of measures have been directed